Oh, summer is here. We're feeling it in the middle of July. It is hot and we're facing extreme temperatures, especially tomorrow. Weather Impact Team is tracking near records. We expect to be over 100 degrees, so we know we're supposed to stay hydrated. That's really important. For more on that, we bring in our 9 News medical expert, Dr. Payal Kohli. So this is more than just drink your water. What should we be doing all day or ahead of time when we eat, when we drink on a hot day?
Yeah, you're changing your behaviors entirely on a hot day. So we don't do what we normally do. So let's talk about drinking first. You drink before you're thirsty, because by the time you're thirsty, you've already fallen behind. You drink more than you usually drink. So for men, that's usually about 3.7 liters a day. For women, it's 2.7 liters. But you actually should check your weight and drink according to your weight and the color of your urine.
Okay.
And then when it comes to food, you're actually eating differently too. So not only are you eating different types of food, so they're foods that generate heat from inside. So it's not just the temperature of the food, like a hot soup or, pasta or something, but also things like carbs, glucose-rich foods, protein-rich foods like cheeseburgers, greasy foods, processed foods. These generate heat as they get digested. So you're not eating heat-generating foods, you're not eating hot foods, and you're eating 5 meals that are really small rather than 3 normal-sized meals.
Interesting. So not the hot-generating foods. What foods would you, what would you tell some of our viewers to eat tomorrow?
Yep. So tomorrow you want to make sure you eat water-rich, nutrient-dense foods that are really light. So a good example for breakfast, you could have a fruit smoothie. So fruits, berries, watermelon, all of these, as you can imagine, have a lot of water in them. They're not heavy to digest. For lunch, you're going to have a nice salad. So lettuce has a lot of water in it. You're going to put a little bit of almonds on it, maybe put a little bit of cold chicken breast on the side. Not too heavy. So no cheeseburgers, no fries, no potato chips. People think they should be eating salty foods.
Oh.
That's actually the opposite. If you eat too much salt, it can end up dehydrating you. And then for dinner, you'll have a nice cold grain bowl, or you'll have a cucumber soup or something that's nice and cold and chilled.
What is that called? Gazpacho or something like
Yeah,
cold?
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a big fan of cold soup. I like it hot.
So I had heard that it was okay to eat like spicy food. Like I like spicy, and that's good because then your body sweats and then you're good. No?
So spicy is a thermogenic food. It's one of those foods that makes your internal temperature
So I shouldn't be doing that.
Not tomorrow, Kim. And no alcohol, no caffeine, no sugary
No
drinks.
caffeine?
No
Caffeine is bad, dehydrates you.
No.
Caffeine has diuretics in it.
What if I balance it with extra water tomorrow?
So instead, tomorrow you're doing coconut water, you're doing fruit smoothies, you're doing a nice tall glass of cold milk. So milk is one of the most hydrating things that we can drink.
I did not know that.
It
I
has-
never drink milk.
It has
Neither do I.
all your electrolytes in it. So instead of reaching for an iced coffee, just have a little bit of iced milk.
Does it have to be cow's milk? Can it be like oat milk, coconut milk?
It can. Those are hydrating as well. Those are a
Okay.
little bit more processed. Make sure they don't have too many additives or sugar. That's especially the one. If it has sweetened with sugar, then that makes you actually...
What do you think about those drops that people put in, those hydrating things?
good
Are they
question.
legit?
Yeah, so some of them can be okay. So
Okay.
the liquid IV and the drops. So tomorrow might be a day you might want to reach for some of those, because when we sweat, we lose potassium, sodium, and magnesium. These are electrolytes. So you don't want to just replace it with just water. So sometimes what you want to do is make like an iced tea at home, like an herbal iced tea, put something in it, or make your own home electrolyte solution with those drops in it. I'm not a huge fan of the Gatorade and the sports drinks because they have those additives and that sugar in it as well.
Oh, caffeine
I
tomorrow.
got nothing to eat or drink tomorrow.
No,
Good luck, everybody in
fact,
the office.
opposite, right?
I'm kidding.
Okay,
No.
so
I had watermelon today. That's good.
Good. So what I want you to do today and tomorrow, because it's really warm, is to look at your urine every time you go to the bathroom. So pale yellow or clear. If it's dark yellow, you've fallen behind. If you're exercising outside every 20 minutes, I want you to stop to drink some water. If you're working outside or shopping or running around, then every hour that you're outside, you need to drink one of those 500 ml water bottles, so about half a liter of water. For anyone else, athletes, sometimes they use the weight tracking method. They weigh themselves before the exercise and then after the exercise. For every pound that they go down, they actually need to drink water as well.
Great advice.
So there's lots
though,
of ways to
Dr.
keep
Kohli.
track of how much you're drinking and how you're falling behind, but it's so important, ladies.
It is, yes.
And for some of our older patients, I would also say
that's
if you
really
take
scary.
water
Dangerous.
pills and stuff, talk to your doctor about whether you need to change the dose.
All right, Dr. Kohli with some life-saving information. You can find more stories with Dr. Kohli at 9news.com/Dr. Kohli.